BJ with the sauce.
Oh, that shit is so far back. Oh, come on. There we go. YouTube, what's good? So, it's been a while since I've had like a sit down and just got to talk to you guys and just kind of give a, I guess, mini story time, but also just like a life update of what's been going on the last 7 months of this year. It has been super hectic, and that's kind of been reflective in my upload schedule. So I'm kind of just gonna go down the entirety of the year, just like full rundown, because I do like to get behind the scenes on this channel. Obviously, that's primarily what my channel consists of, is drum vlogs and just get an insight of the journey of someone that's trying to become a full-time professional musician. And I'm bringing you guys along for the journey. So we're gonna start at the top of the year in January and just work our way all the way down into where we are currently now, which is July 2023. And just the future plans that I have for my life, as well as just the channel that I'm bringing you guys on the journey for. So let's kick it off. January, top of the year, I ended up leaving my part-time job at FedEx. I was working there from July 2022 all the way up until December, and I left there. It was great as far as like schedule-wise because it's part-time. I had a lot more time to edit content, to get it out consistently to you guys. I was pretty busy the end of the year, which unfortunately led to like the channel being monetized. So just thank you guys for the support on that. But with it being part-time and me not being a full-time musician fully yet to be able to support myself, I had free time to be able to do all those things, to kickstart the YouTube. However, like financially, I wasn't in as a comfortable position as I would want to be able to purchase the things I need to further my career and get things just to get the ball rolling. So ended up leaving there, like I said, late December, took like a week off, and actually got hired on through the job I'm currently at now, which is through Volkswagen in Chattanooga. Pretty much I work for a company that helps ship out all their vehicles. So started working there through a temp agency. My cousin Cody actually recommended me coming on there. And ironically enough, like the week that I started, he actually got let go for family reasons. He wasn't a bad worker or anything, just the way it worked out. So he left in January. I started the actual date. They let him go, ironically. So started there. The schedule for them is Monday to Wednesday, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So I work 12-hour shifts Monday to Wednesday. And when I started in January, it was freezing cold. Like you work outside the entire shift. So summertime right now is actually scorching. It's hot as I don't know what outside, but in the wintertime it was freezing. So started working there, was able to start getting more income, which allowed me to have a little more financial freedom. But with that, it was harder to kind of balance out like the YouTube content with the gigs and stuff like that. So once I accepted that gig, accepted that job. Like I said, I took like a week off, went to Atlanta for my 25th birthday. I turned 25 in January. And after that, came back and it's been nonstop for the last 7 months straight, essentially. So once I started that job, I only did one video in January. That was when I did Jared White behind the scenes, where he's playing YG Tut at the Barrel House. We did that behind the scenes video. And then after that, it was like a big gap in YouTube content. So I was uploading shorts like to YouTube, but also to my Instagram. I'm pretty active on there. So follow me at BJ the Drummer. If I'm not active on YouTube, more than likely I'm active on Instagram. So February rolls around and I'm starting to travel to Nashville a little more. The goal was to make at least 2 trips to Nashville a month. until the goal is to move to Nashville, which is, I'm gonna kind of talk about that later. But the goal is to take at least 2 trips a month to Nashville. So February, that ball starts to get rolling. My boy Qualls, y'all have seen me play gigs with him on the channel. So I start working on some of his stuff as far as live, as well as his upcoming album. Start doing production on that. So I was going to Nashville quite a bit. That involved like a trip to Memphis. That was like my 4th time going to Memphis. Had a good time. So just starting to travel more once February starts to kick up, and kind of like I said, my schedule of life is just getting really hectic and kind of hard to balance out the YouTube stuff. So I was able to drop a video in February though. Like I said, I already accepted the position to play drums in Knoxville at High Praises. So I live in Chattanooga, Tennessee. The church I play at for this conference, as well as every Sunday, is in Knoxville. So I wake up at 6:30 every Sunday morning, make that hour-and-a-half drive to make it here at 8 a.m. for sound check. And I've been doing that every Sunday for the last 7-8 months at this point. But yeah, so I've been staying busy. But February, like I said, it was just another Knoxville trip for me. But I flew back in at Chris Blue's church. My homeboy Tyler was on bass, and he called me to be able to fill in. So that church is actually the church that got me monetized, essentially, because that vlog video was the one that kind of blew up, and it's currently, I think, like 43K or something like that. So it's my most viewed video. So it was good going back playing with Chris Blue and all the guys at his church. So shout out to them. But that pretty much wraps up February. Moving on to March. More Nashville stuff. So like I said, mentioned earlier, playing with Qualls. He had a tiny desk, which that was a video. So I was able to get a video out in March. Even though I haven't been as consistent as I want to be on YouTube, like you can see, like at least 1 video a month, even though ideally I would like to put out at least 2 or 3, but just the way gigs and life was lining up, that's just kind of how it worked out. So around March, like I said, I've been saving up, been able to get more money, working a job, less time, but I've been able to save up. So that's when I kind of started getting the ball rolling to buy more equipment. So that's when I purchased my XPDX, as well as a clap stack and just some other cymbals and stuff. I believe the first one was a China, so it was my first China I've ever bought. So that kicked off in March. Also started going to more shows. So the first concert that I was able to go to this year was Ty Tribbett. They came through Chattanooga, so I got to see Spank and Thad and all the guys just smack. So they killed it. They killed their concert. Moving on to April, Jared called on me to fill in for Tut. That was actually a video. You guys saw that. If you didn't, please watch it here. And all the other videos that I'm mentioning in this video will be linked, but also just check out the channel. So first time filling in for Tut in Nashville, as well as Chat. So I played 3 shows with him. Like I said, 1 was in Chat, 2 were in Nashville. So overall, great experience. Shout out to my dog Tut. Shout out to Jared for trusting me for that gig. And moving on to May, officially became like a full-time employee for the company I'm working for, because I came through a temp agency, but they officially like put me on board full-time, which allows me to transfer from the Chattanooga position that they have to the Smyrna one in Nashville, which is where I plan on moving here within the next month. So I'll be able to have something stable on my feet until I'm able to, like I said, be full-time with music and YouTube and just everything creative. So that's kind of the position I'm in right now. But yeah, once May hit, I also went crazy on spending on gear. Like that was the month that I just decided to just go all in. So my last video I posted was a gear haul video, and that video shows everything that I bought. So all my snares, new kit, hi-hats, cymbals, like the whole array. I went ahead and just invested in all of those things that I've used, that I bought during that time, is actually getting used for the conference that I'm playing in this week. So it's the first time I've been able to utilize all of that gear. However, that purchase was pretty much essential in like being able to build up my inventory sonically as a musician, and just been able to approach the different styles that I'm playing and having accurate dynamic range as far as sonics goes to be able to play those styles as best to my ability, and letting the gear be able to help me produce that sound. So that was May. And also one more thing in May, I accepted a gig for artists. This video hasn't came out yet, I'm working on it, but I accepted a gig for them back in March. We started rehearsals for that show in like the middle of May. So those rehearsals kicked off, which goes into June, and June was pretty much that gig / rehearsals. So it was a very drawn out process, but I'm going to explain more of that gig pretty much in that video. So be on the lookout for that. That's going to be coming up here very soon. And yeah, so like I said, that gig was a very big learning experience. I'll just leave it at that. It was a lot of moving parts that went into that. So that pretty much wraps up June, going into July, where we currently are now, playing at the High Praise Conference once again. So this is essentially my 1 year anniversary of YouTube, because my first video was the conference this time last year. And it's crazy to think a year's already gone by. So this is my 3rd time playing the conference. However, this is the 2nd one that I'm actually filming and making content for. Crazy enough, the beginning of July, it was a Saturday night, I'm sorry. I was going to the convenience store and a car actually hit and ran my car. So that started off the month of July kind of hectic. And yeah, so I'm just now been able to get that fixed the beginning of August, but I had to go through insurance and get all that. Like I said, luckily I'm fine, the car can be replaced and all those things, but I'm good. It was one of those things that was just unfortunate that happened, but hey, luckily I was able to still wake up the next morning and drive my vehicle to church and drive it to work and still get around. So it's annoying. However, like I said, the car can be replaced, I can't. So luckily I wasn't shaking up or anything, I was still good. So that pretty much wraps up July. August, the conference technically wraps up July going into August, because the last day is Wednesday. So I think it's the 3rd, August 3rd. So I'm gonna finish up the conference. And then once that's done, going to pretty much begin the process of getting ready to move to Nashville. Going to move into a house with 3 other guys that make music, 3 other artists, and pretty much just have a content house. Essentially, like all of us, like I said, we make music. All of us are artists that I've either worked with or are mutually friends with. So it should be a pretty seamless process. All of us are pretty trustworthy and dependable guys that I've known prior to the move. So looking forward to it. But yeah, I just thought this video was very much long overdue because of the gaps of uploading schedule, and also just want to give you guys an insight of kind of more behind the scenes also of like the music side, but also just the real life stuff that goes into it. So man, hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I know it's a different video, just a one-on-one talking kind of video. The last time I did one of these, it was kind of describing my life as well, but with my physical condition that I went through. So if you haven't watched that video, you can watch it here. Like I said, I'll link all that stuff. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, just pretty much 15 minutes of straight talking, but regardless of the fact, looking forward to dropping more content for you guys. It should be a great rest of the year. Videos are going to be a lot more consistent, so I'm going to take this time out the conference to just pretty much dial in and edit and get as much content out to you guys as possible. So with that being said, this is your boy BJ signing off. I love you guys. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Trying to get to 2,000 subscribers, currently at 1.3K. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.